are probably like me. You've took a break from Warzone, but now with the new Rebirth map that is back, you are wanting to jump back into Warzone. But because you took that break, you might be a little rusty. Well, don't you worry, I've got you covered. I just played the new Rebirth map, and I'm going to share with you the top 3 things that you should know before you play the new Rebirth Island. So sit back and relax, grab an energy drink. Let's begin. Now coming in at number 3 is an obvious one, but it has to be said. Please do yourself a favor. Do not drop at prison.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Just don't do it. Don't put yourself through it. Now, yes, there is the obvious reason. A lot of sweaty players land here, so if you haven't played Warzone in a while, you are not going to want to land here. You're going to want to go somewhere else on the map and then work your way into prison if you have to go to prison, which is a line that I never thought I would say, but there we are. Now, another reason why, though, you shouldn't land here, and this is actually the main reason, and that is that the looting on prison is terrible. I don't know what happened. We'll get into this in a minute, but the looting on this map is incredible everywhere else except for prison. So yeah, if you want good loot, don't go to prison. Go somewhere else and then work your way in. Now coming in at number 2, let's talk about the weapons that you should be running right now on this new Rebirth map. And they are, which by the way, this will surprise you, but they are melee weapons. One in particular, we'll get into that in a minute. And LMGs. Yes, LMGs are king right now at long distance. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what about snipers? Yes, snipers are really good. The new one everybody is talking about is great. But LMGs are king right now at long distance. They are incredible, they are quick, and they are reliable. Look at me right now. Look how I'm playing right now. Look how this LMG right now is breaking this guy's shield very, very quickly. And by the way, I'm using the Bruin right now. This is just a gun that I picked up from looting from a loot box. This thing is incredible. And yes, snipers are good, but do not sleep on the LMGs. The LMGs are absolutely incredible to take down any opponent right now. And the snipers, by the way, are not all one hit. In fact, 9 times out of 10, when you hit someone with a sniper, you'll have to go and shoot them again because they are not one hits. So yes, if you want something at long distance that is reliable, I highly recommend that you run an LMG. Now let's talk about melee weapons, and that one in particular that I talked about, and that is this weapon right here. This is the newest melee weapon right here. Let me introduce you to the Gladiator. It is a knife, dagger, whatever you want to call it. It is incredible. I love this thing so much. It is my new favorite melee weapon in Call of Duty, period. This thing dominates anyone that you come up against. Just look at me. Look how this is so quick, how I'm able to come up on my opponents and get them real quick. They have no time to react. So if you want something particularly, by the way, for your movers and shakers out there who just like to outmaneuver your opponent, this Gladiator, knife, dagger, whatever you want to call it, is for you. This thing is incredible. I love running this thing in Warzone. Yeah, this is definitely my new favorite melee weapon. I cannot say enough about it. And finally, coming in at number one being the thing that you need to know the most, and that is, and this will shock you, You do not need a loadout drop. Now, I know, like I said, that is shocking, but you don't need it. Why? This map, this new Rebirth map, is a generous map. Every time I would open up a loot box, 9 times out of 10, I would get a blue weapon, a purple weapon, or a legendary weapon. This map is a very generous map. Now, of course, not on prison. Anyway, just don't land at prison. Do yourself a favor and don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. Learn from my lesson. Do not do that. The grass is greener on the other side. There is so much loot everywhere else. It is so generous everywhere else. Unlike the older Rebirth map where sometimes you would struggle finding armor plates towards end game, not in this case. There is so many armor plates scattered throughout this map. It is absolutely incredible. This map is very generous. Now, I do want to give you a little tip here. Go to the boat that is on this new Rebirth map and head up to where the steering wheel is. Every time you go up there, this happened to me, so don't get mad if it doesn't happen to you. But to me, every time that I landed there and went up to the steering wheel, there was always a purple weapon or a legendary weapon. As you can see right here, I have a purple weapon, a purple rocket launcher. Yeah, this is a great place to land, by the way. Not a lot of people land here, so this is a good place anyway, and it has good loot. Unlike prison, it does have really good loot. But yeah, you are guaranteed to have a purple or legendary weapon if you go up to where the steering wheel is, which I think is a really cool touch that Call of Duty did. Overall, this new Rebirth map feels like coming home, right? It feels like the OG Rebirth map. However, it's had a facelift. It's had an upgrade. The lighting on this map is incredible. Thank you, Call of Duty, for giving us the good lighting, the good lighting that is in this newer Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It is absolutely incredible on this map. You can see everything for miles. You can see everything on this map really well, and on top of that, the graphics are really impressive. They are very, very impressive. So overall, this map is just so much fun to play with, and I will definitely be doing more Rebirth Island videos for you guys. But now I have just shown you the top 3 things that you need to know about this new Rebirth map before you jump in and play. But how about I share with you the top 3 melee weapons that you should be using right now in multiplayer? Go check out this video right now if you want to become a melee master in MW3.